All right, let's talk about your band, BornBroken. By the way, I love the name BornBroken. My wife loves it because she says that's what I was, born broken. First of all,
here. Yeah.
Where did the name come from? Who came up with the name for the band?
Honestly, it wasn't me. So the singer, guitar player, Mike Decker.
Okay.
He's the OG member of the band, if you want to say.
Okay.
So the name credit would go to him.
Right.
But I've been with them now for about 8 years, 7, 8 years.
Were they? So they were going before you joined later.
I joined them after I actually did gigs with them with my old group. Like we did gigs together.
Right.
And then circumstances happened that I was available, and they needed a bass player, and then the rest is the rest.
Oh, okay. And they're heavy metal, right?
Yeah, we're pretty heavy stuff.
Very, very heavy stuff. Okay, Mike Decker's the guitar player. You on bass?
The lead guitar is Pavlo Haikalis.
Okay.
So yeah, Mike is like rhythm guitar vocals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And drums is Peter Seferis. He's the most recent guy in the lineup.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I've known him for a long. Me and Pete actually go way, way, way back.
Yeah.
My first serious band ever was with him when we were teenagers.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a bit of a rendezvous.
What kind of music? When you started your early bands, what were you playing?
Well, I was always into the heavier stuff. I mean, I grew up listening to all the 70s stuff and all
70s
the
rock,
doing all that. But when I was in high school is when, it was the Metallica years, and the Pantera years and all those bands.
Yeah.
So I kind of always gravitated towards the louder,
heavier stuff.
guitars, heavier stuff, and it just kind of escalated from there.
Oh, okay. So you've been in a lot of bands since then, or?
Oh yeah, I was in a lot of bands, but there were a few really serious ones, right?
Yeah.
And then the rest were kind of whatever, you know what I mean, along the way. But yeah, one of them was we were signed to a major label. For a long time, yeah. So that was quite a bit with that band actually.
How many albums did that band have? Did you guys record?
Two.
Now with BornBroken, what do you got out by way of recordings?
Well, there's a couple albums out there. Like I said, there's some that are out there without me on them.
Right.
The last one I'm on.
Okay.
That we did, that came out, we recorded that during COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and that album was kind of a bit of a breakout album for this band.
Yeah.
It's gotten pretty crazy reviews all over the world. We got
reviewed
in huge magazines in everywhere, literally everywhere. And now there's another big bump happening with what happened recently.
Yes.
And so it's going well. We gig a lot, tour a lot. We just did a bunch of gigs. We got a bunch of gigs coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're signed with a label with this one.
This one, no. We're right now we're independent. We were talking with some labels, and things are not how they used to be anymore.
No, but you can get. Well, the thing is, you can get by being independent.
Yeah, it's almost more advantageous. I'm not saying that there's no reason to sign to a label, because that would be false. Mm-hmm. But they don't bring to the table what they used to.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
So unless you can find one that really knows how to partner with you and work with you, and not expect you to work for them, which those days are kind of done. It's you have to have. It's basically a partnership, right?
Yeah.
So if you find a label that's on the ball with that and understands that and how the new world works with music and the streaming and the this and the that, then you can make some good traction still with them. But a lot of them kind of live on the old paradigm, and it doesn't really translate.
No, it doesn't. And I remember a label from a few years ago with a Toronto artist, and I said, "This guy's really good. And how's he doing in the States of Europe?" "Oh, no, we're not bringing him there because he's going to compete with Bruno Mars. He's going to compete with this." So, is that a worry that if you sign with someone, you're going to be stuck local?
Well, I don't want to, look, I mean, we had even when we were signed to my old group, we had a policy, no Canadian labels. Yeah. And that was not because we don't love our country, we do, but it's because
it's limited.
It's limited. You get pigeonholed.
Yeah.
You get you never get out of your bubble. You know? I mean, there's a big world out there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff that you can do if you just get out there.
Yeah.
So I try to think of bigger picture.
Yeah.
And and I also find that with a lot of Canadian artists who do make it internationally everywhere, I find it tends to always happen everywhere else first.
Yes.
And then Canada kind of like, oh, you're one of us.
Now that you went out there and did it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So again, I'm not ragging on it. I think
that's reality.
It's great, but it's just when it comes to the industry part of it, you have to. I think you need to see the global picture. Like there's a whole world out there that you could hear your music, and why not get it to all of them?
Yeah. What about you play shows around here? As I like to sometimes. Well, in a jesting way, maybe, you don't want to get stuck doing the Quebec Triangle, Montreal, Quebec City, Three Rivers, which I see that happen in a lot of bands, but it's difficult to tour in Canada because we're so damn big.
Well, because there's so much space between the cities.
Exactly, yeah.
In the U.S., you could line up a 60-day tour, and it's all a couple-hour drives from each other.
Yeah, you could stay in the New York area, Jersey, Philadelphia, and do everything there.
So they have way more metropolitan areas,
Yeah.
Here it's like, okay, well, now we've got to do the gig and drive 14 hours to the next one.
Yeah.
And then, it's more sporadic. It's harder.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's probably why a lot of people do those bubbles and those.
Sure. Yeah.
It's, because it's like, okay, well, we did Montreal, Toronto, like we did the Windsor to Quebec City corridor.
Yeah.
Now we got to drive to Winnipeg.
I've done that drive. It ain't fun.
No. So, and I've done it too.
Yeah.
And it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the reality of the geography. So that's another reason why I say, so I could I'm not saying not to go and travel. We should play those places.
Yeah.
But why, like, if I'm going to do that corridor, why don't I just go from Toronto or Windsor? Why don't I just go into Detroit?
Yeah.
Or why don't I go into Buffalo? Now, there are certain things that go with crossing borders.
There's fees to pay now.
Working papers, visas.
It gets complicated.
They've gotten more and more complicated and more expensive.
Yeah.
So of course that's a hindrance, right?
Right there.
But if you have the right people working with you, and if your band's doing something right,
they can take care of you.
You'll get the gigs that can either pay for that or get the people and team behind you that can help you with that.
Yeah, absolutely. What about Europe in that sense? Forget the fact, you got to get overseas, but let's say, is it less complicated paperwork-wise?
Europe's the promised land.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, and with your style of music as well, it's much, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's much more popular than it is here.
It is. And it's also, they take care, like they take the arts and music very seriously.
Yeah.
Over there. Like it's not like here where it's a little bit of an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like there it's an extremely serious thing that is very important to their culture, right?
Yeah.
So they pay the musicians well, they treat you well, you get fed well. Like it's like the accommodations are good.
They're good, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't get treated how you do here, where it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So there's many artists and many bands, many friends of mine that are like, European tour, like now we're gonna do it for real. Plus they've got all those huge festivals every summer. They've got like so many of them in so many countries. It's like there's many bands that just go and do the festival circuit. Like
why not? Yeah,
they don't even bother doing their own gigs. Like they'll go to Europe. They're like, okay, we're doing 25 festivals this summer. Like they'll just go and boom, all of them, And they're all huge crowds. Yeah. And festivals tend to pay better. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
you're taken care of.
Yeah. There's a lot more going on.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's a good idea. Let's go back to the basics of BornBroken. You play bass. Tell me why you chose bass as a young person. I know your dad plays bass, right? But why the bass? Why not the drums? Why not a guitar? Why,
I think there's enough Marinos playing guitars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair answer. There, yeah.
No, it's like, I don't know. I tried starting on guitar, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I guess. Like, And then I took a bass and I was like, this feels right.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It just did.
No, you can't. Exactly.
It just felt right.
Yeah.
And I just gravitated much more towards that.
Yeah. You're good with that. Now, do you help with the songwriting with BornBroken?
Yes. The last album was written pretty much by me and Mike, the singer. I mean, the drummer at the time was working with us too in the arrangements, our ex-drummer.
Yeah.
But it was me and Mike
Okay.
that wrote that last album.
No, what part of the song do you write? That you focus on melody, lyrics?
Mike is like the riff master.
Yeah.
He comes in with all these different heavy riffs and ideas. I tend to be like the arrangement guy.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, let's do this, cut it forward, make it this many bars, do a pause, do this. That's the song construction side.
Which is really important.
Yeah, I'll come up with a riff here and there too and whatever, but it's main, like a lot of the riffs come out of him.
Yeah.
All the like main riff ideas, but then we'll sit down and say, how do we take this collection of riffs and actually make a song?
Yeah.
And that's where I...
Who writes the lyrics?
I would say more him.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not a lyric guy. Never was.
Yeah, but can you help if he's got a line? I got to rhyme it with something. You guys all chip in.
Well, we do the backup vocals, like all the backup parts. Like we'll do them live,
right?
There's a lot of like group vocals, screaming, and like things like that, and different like ask-answer type parts.
Oh yeah,
like things like that, and
yeah.
So we try to nail those things live. You know?
All right.